So that didn't work out. Just going to fold the king free here. See, this guy's playing really weirdly. Like he's obviously the first hand we saw him play, he made 5600. Then he's made it 3200 a couple of times, and now suddenly makes it 4k. Maybe this is something to do with the fact he just lost this pot to Amen after getting check raised on the turn. So maybe a bit of tilt in this, extra chips that he's trying to put in, like saying don't mess with me. Amen decides to flat again, so round two between them. And this time again his pot size bet pretty much does the trick. 9-10 suited, I like an open here. This guy is a bit of a fish, but he's just played like a couple of big pots versus Amen, and Amen as well. He's not going to be getting too out of line after playing those couple of pots. Saluki's been pretty tight, and he's going to respect my raise. This guy's 3-bet me previously, so I don't think he would do it light again. And Risky hasn't really done anything either, so definitely a good spot to open for sure. And we take it down. I just fold the Jack 9 there, because we did 3-bet him earlier with 9-8. I think it's a good spot again to 3-bet fold. Because, is he going to do it to me twice in a row here? Just 4-bet stuff it down my face? Potentially, but, you could definitely 3-bet here. I decided to just let it go, though, just kind of give him a bit more. I mean, yes, he's on the button this time, and so definitely his range could be a bit wider than it was in the previous hand where he was raising earlier position. So yeah, could definitely a 3-bet fold spot here. So I'll just go ahead and fold. And for my reward of folding, I get pocket aces, which is very, very nice for me. And what we like to see, the fish makes it 4k, the one who doesn't fold. I click it back on him. Sometimes, and most of the time actually, if I'm sort of 3-bet bluffing here, and this might be a bit of a leak, I guess. I'm making it sort of 2.5, 2.4 out of position. So me literally clicking it back here, min raising him looks very strong, and other people, better players might pick up on that. So it might be something I need to address, like in the future. Just keep my raise sizing the small. If I made it like 9400 or 9500, maybe he's spazzing out on me. But because I make it so small, to him, I don't know how much. I mean, from what it looks like, he's not that much of a thinking player. But I think that he's probably still going to flat here because the reason I make it smaller against this particular opponent is because he never folds, and obviously I want him in the pot. Yes, if he never folds, you could still make it like 9k and he's still not folding. But just kind of wanting him to spaz out a bit here, thinking I'm making a light re-steal here in the small blind. But yeah, he does fold, which was a bit tilting at the time, because seeing how this guy is playing. So next hand we get 6-5 offsuit. I like the open, keeping up with the aggression. But Saluki decides to do what we did to Itikan. He decides to 3-bet us. Maybe, again, like I don't know at what level of thinking he is, but it's pretty sick if he's thinking, right, Pretty Vinny did this to this guy, I'm going to do the exact same thing to him now. In a game I'm on the button. I don't know how much attention he was paying to this. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and fold. Can't really. Yeah, I can't see myself 4-bet folding here with how the stack sizes are. I mean, what would you make it like? 14k and fold? I don't really like that at all. So I just fold. This guy raises again. Some people I would 3-bet here, but light, and not this particular opponent. I don't like it. See if we ever get to showdown with him. No. So we still don't really know. I mean, the only hand we've seen him expose is the ace queen, and since then it's just kind of been like, barrage of sort of pot-sized bets, weird raise sizing. So we just don't really know what he's doing. So it's a bit annoying. Jack 10 suited here. I like opening. We're down to 25 bigs now with the blinds at 1-2K. But I'm still want to keep it. I want to be aggressive still. There's no one behind that we have to call, so definitely a good raise spot to 2.1x, and I get through. 5 deuce, just gonna fold that. Gonna fold queen 3. This guy's getting a bit frisky now. Reshove twice in a row, probably picking up some decent hands over here. Jack 5 off. I like raising here because the blinds are, the higher blinds now. There's a lot of value in stealing his big blind and the antes. I do raise, that's fine. Anywhere between sort of 2.3 to 2.5 out of position, I like it here. So yeah, 4-7-7-7 is fine. And his only real move, if he's a good player, is all in or fold. So, and I have kind of marked him out as to be fairly decent. So he does fold. Ace 4 offsuit, not the best 3-bet spot because you're going to have to call the big blind here, stand up flush. So definitely, you can't really be flatting here with this weak sort of hand, even though you do have the button. This guy's raising into 2 really short stacks now, and including Saluki, who's got a reshove stack. Saluki decides to shove on risky now, so I don't know if they've got a bit of a war going on here, because he did it to him earlier. But he folds now as well. 6-8 off. I fold again for the reason because stand-up flush is quite short here. You could open here for sure, because if you think about it, I mean, stand-up flush does have to wake up with a hand to actually shove on us. I just don't like raise folding to anyone on sort of 10-11 big blinds. It's not a good. I don't think it's very good. I don't want to get into a habit of doing that either. So I'll just go ahead and fold. Fold the 9-7. Again, a bit handcuffed because these guys are pretty short behind us. And we've got a decent stack, we don't want to be overly aggressive on these sorts of stacks. We're under 30 bigs, so you want to pick your spot a bit better now. Wow, what a hand this is. Okay, so Mr. Itakan decides to make it 2.5 this time. Again, quite a large raise sizing for a blind level of 1-2K. And he's only got 13 or 14 bigs behind him. So you would think the standard play would be to shove here. So this is quite worrying if it was me and I was sitting back here with something like ace queen or, I don't know, pocket 8s, pocket 9s or something. This guy decides to isolate. It's quite a big shove as well. He's got 27 bigs, 28 bigs. And I guess he's thinking, he's never folding to the people behind him. But I mean, even if that's the case, why not kind of 3-bet and then give these guys room to sort of spaz out if they don't have like a premium. He does shove. Risky Soldier now decides to get in with the action. The massive reshove. This is always a hand here. He's never ever light. He's never sort of isolating this guy with nothing. It's a massive portion of his stack as well, 55k. So he's, you've got to think he's got queens plus here. He had jacks. I don't like this ace queen play, the way he did this. I just personally don't like this at all. I mean, 3-bet, and then if this guy shoves the jacks, could you conceivably fold once this guy comes in as well? Maybe you could. So you give yourself sort of room to maneuver as well. Whereas if you shove, you're just like, okay, I've got ace queen, I'm just going with it. But he binks the ace, and he takes a massive, massive pot from these two guys. 142k he's on now. So it must be nice for him. Risky Soldier is now crippled after being in a very, very good chip position. I personally, I don't like his, I mean, his shove with jacks there as well. Like, it's a massive portion of his stack. I mean, Tim is never shoving a hand like ace 8 there, ace 9. The worst, maybe he's even shoving there is ace jack, but even then it's pretty unlikely. So there you're flipping. I mean, if you want to flip, then go for it. But he's in a very good chip position there, Risky Soldier. And maybe it's standard there, I don't know, but just the way that hand played out. Maybe I think he's got 35 bigs. This guy's got 27. Maybe it's standard. It's hard to say, but I just think there could have been things that could have been done differently in that hand, maybe by this guy. And I mean, if I'm sitting here with jacks, I'm not loving life here, because this guy's, he's a bit of a wild card. This guy's a massive shove, and to be honest, he's been pretty tight. And again, he's only really shown pocket kings at showdown so far. So you've got to think he's got some sort of hand here that's either better than jacks, or you're flipping with. And if you feel as though you've got an edge in this tournament, like, I don't think this probably not the best spot to get it in. Again, I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, ace queen takes that massive pot. This guy now, he's obviously shoving very wide because he just lost a massive, massive pot. He's got 7 bigs, or just under 8 bigs. 7.5 bigs. I just go ahead and fold here. I think he is shoving worse than 9-7, but 15k is still a bit of our stack. I mean, again, I could be wrong here, where we're supposed to be calling any 2 here, and this guy's 7 big blind shove, and because his range is so wide, 9 high might even be the best hand, or we just might be priced into calling here. So it's close, but I think I'll just go ahead and fold and wait for a bet spot. Ace king gets there. Good pot for him. Okay, so we raise jack 6 suited here. This guy is all in. So he's pretty much all in with any two cards. Saluki again, he's a fairly tight player. He will make moves. He's decent. So he's gonna let us know if he's got something here. He's not gonna be bluffing. Stand up flush just won a massive pot, so I don't think he's gonna be getting out of line. But unfortunately, he's got a hand which has us absolutely dominated. And he does hit his queen, but we still pick up some chips there. I think we do. Well, we get half our money back, or yeah, that's fine. Only thing is, like, now they might see, okay, this guy's raising any 2 in late position. Might get played back at a bit more now. So you've got to be aware of your own range, and your perceived range from your opponents. So I'll just fold 7-4 there. Wow, so this guy run as a flush. Oh, he's all in anyway. That's fine. Queen 7 is going to fold. Got one shorty here. It's not another very good spot to open, I don't think, though. 10 deuce. This guy's open. Oh, it's our friend again, Chorizo, very aggressive player. Didn't actually realize he was moved back to our table, but